Today, I bring you the story of one of the greatest football players from Brazil, Pele. The film is called Pele, Birth of a Legend. Pele is considered the king of football history. It was because of him that Brazil won its first FIFA World Cup in 1958. So today, I'll tell you the real story of how a poor boy became the greatest football player in the world. And if you enjoy these kinds of movie explanations, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. The story begins in a small town in Brazil, where most children work polishing shoes. After work, they steal socks and clothes from nearby houses to make their own footballs and play in the streets, just like kids in Asia play cricket in the alleys. Among those children is a boy named Deco, who plays football with his younger brother. One day, while playing, Deco's younger brother falls into the water and starts crying. But then he throws mud at Deco, and soon all the kids forget football and start playing with the mud instead. When Deco returns home, he lies to his mother, saying his brother slipped and fell while coming home from work. But his brother tells the truth, they were playing football in the mud. Deco's mother gets very angry. She never wanted her kids to play football because her husband, Deco's father, was once a great footballer. But an injury ruined his leg and ended his career. Now he works as a cleaner. The year is 1950. The Brazilian national team is playing in the World Cup, and the entire nation is listening to the match on the radio because there were no TVs back then. Sadly, Brazil loses badly and gets knocked out. The whole country is heartbroken. Even Deco, who listens from his rooftop, starts crying. Later, when Deco tells his father that he will one day win the World Cup for Brazil, his father says he knows Deco is talented, but he should listen to his mother and stay away from football. His father is still mentally hurt from Brazil's loss. The next morning, Deco's mother takes him along to her cleaning job. While she's busy, Deco sees a table full of cakes and pastries and steals one out of hunger. Suddenly, a group of boys enters, excitedly talking about a children's football tournament. Whoever performs well will get a chance to join Santos Football Club. When Deco says he wants to play like Pele, the boys laugh at him because the goalkeeper for Vasco da Gama is named Bile, not Pele. They make fun of him, call him stupid, and say, "Let's call you Pele from now on." They throw a football at him and knock over a bucket of water. When Deco's mother returns, she apologizes to the boys even though it wasn't Deco's fault, because she works in their house. As they leave, Deco secretly grabs a flyer about the football tournament. Back in the village, he gathers his friends and tells them they should form a team and join the tournament. His younger brother worries their mother will find out, but Deco says, "Don't tell her." The team, called Shoeless, makes it to the finals, even though none of them owns proper shoes. To buy shoes, they steal and sell some dry fruits from a warehouse. The shoes don't fit well, and none of them are used to playing in shoes. In the final match against the same boys who mock Deco, they struggle in the first half and are down 6-0. During halftime, the whole team removes their shoes and returns to playing barefoot, just like they always did. They make an amazing comeback, scoring 6 goals to tie the match 6-6. Everyone cheers for Pele, not knowing Deco's real name. The nickname that started as an insult becomes a symbol of pride. Even Deco's father watches the match and feels proud seeing his son play better than he ever did. But soon, the owners of the warehouse they stole from start chasing them. Deco and his best friend Diego hide in a muddy tunnel. Heavy rain causes the tunnel to collapse. Deco escapes, but Diego is buried and dies. Deco blames himself for his friend's death. Crying, he confesses everything to his mother. She hugs him and tells him not to blame himself, accidents happen. Deco promises her he'll be a good son, go to school, and stop playing football. He starts helping his father clean and gives up football. But his father wants him to play again. He tells Deco how he used mangoes from the backyard tree to practice football skills, raw ones for shooting and ripe ones for balance. Slowly, Deco starts practicing again. Years pass, and now he is 13. One day, a manager from Santos FC visits their home and invites Deco to join the club. At Santos, Deco struggles to fit in. He decides to quit and return home, believing he's not good enough. At the train station, he meets an old footballer named Didi, who tells him about the Ginga style, a rhythmic, Brazilian way of playing that came from African martial arts. Didi explains that after Brazil lost the 1950 World Cup, the country started blaming the Ginga style and banned it. But Deco plays naturally in this style, and he's brilliant at it. Didi gives him two options: go home and live a normal life, or stay and prove that Ginga football still works. Didi leaves. The train arrives. But Deco doesn't board. He returns to the field and plays with passion, scoring incredible goals in his Ginga style. At first, his coach is shocked and scolds him. But soon, he realizes Deco's style is unique and effective. He promotes Deco straight to the pro team. By the time Deco is 15, he's a star in the Santos club. His skills spread across the country, though people still call him Pele. In 1958, Brazil prepares for the World Cup. Pele is only 17, but his name is included in the squad. His father reminds him that Brazilians have lost hope in football, and now the responsibility is on his shoulders. He gives Pele a jersey with the name Pele printed on it. When Pele joins the national team, the coach tells him not to play in Ginga style. The team lost in 1950 because of it, he says. But during a practice match, Pele doesn't listen. He plays in Ginga and gets badly injured. Pele thinks his career is over. He calls his mom in tears, saying he should have stayed in school. But she supports him and says the family is with him no matter what. Doctors later confirm he can still play. Slowly, Brazil moves up in the tournament and reaches the semi-finals. Just before halftime, the game was tied. But in the second half, Pele began to shine. He scored 3 back-to-back goals, achieving a hat-trick, an incredibly rare and impressive feat, especially for someone so young in a World Cup semi-final. Thanks to Pele's performance, Brazil defeated France and advanced to the final. The entire nation was now counting on this 17-year-old wonder. The final was against the host nation, Sweden, a very strong team at the time. Early in the match, Sweden scored the first goal, taking the lead. For a moment, it felt like history might repeat itself, and Brazil could lose again. But Pele wasn't going to let that happen. He responded with a beautiful bicycle kick goal, a move so graceful and unexpected that the entire stadium gasped in awe. He went on to score another goal, an assist as well, showcasing his now iconic Ginga style, the Brazilian rhythm and flair that set him apart. In total, Pele scored 2 goals in the final, and Brazil beat Sweden 5-2, winning their first ever FIFA World Cup in 1958. After the final whistle, Pele broke down in tears, not from pain, but from pure joy. A kid who once juggled a sock-stuffed ball on the streets had now conquered the biggest stage in football. That image, of a teenager crying while the world celebrated him, became one of the most powerful symbols in sports history. The ending of the film. As the film concludes, it reflects on how Pele not only led Brazil to victory but inspired generations with his journey from poverty to global greatness. The film closes with the message: Ginga is not just a style. It's the soul of Brazilian football. Glowing star legacy note. The movie ends by sharing that Pele went on to win 3 FIFA World Cups, 1958, 1962, and 1970, a record still unbeaten by any other play.